Hey, Rob here, and this episode of the Cricket Table Podcast is sponsored by Audible. If you're like me, you're looking for a little distraction these days. Luckily, Audible has thousands of audiobooks right at your fingertips. One of my favorites is Best Movie Year Ever, How 1999 Blew Up the Big Screen, in which author Brian Raftery covers several movies we've discussed on this very podcast. To check out that title and so much more, start your free 30-day trial today over at audibletrial.com/crookedtable. That's audibletrial.com/crookedtable. Now, on with the show.
Welcome to the Crooked Table Podcast, where we discuss the world of film from a fresh angle. And now your host, Robert Yaniz Jr.
Welcome to the Cricket Table Podcast. This is Rob. On the show, we usually democratize the film criticism conversation by bringing on fans and critics alike to talk about their personal connection to a current or classic release. But this episode, Kai and I are going to be doing another Cricket commentary on the 1998 teen comedy Can't Hardly Wait. And as we did with our Cats episode, we just launched right into the recording and watching the movie and didn't record a proper opening. So here you are. This is me introducing the Can't Hardly Wait commentary episode. And I don't even know if we have it queued up for a trailer audio, so I might just do that now as well. So let's listen to a little bit of the trailer for Can't Hardly Wait from 1998. And I did not intend for that to rhyme.
This party tonight? Amanda suddenly being single? Is fate. Fate has opened me a window.
Yo, I got to have sex tonight. It took me all day, but I narrowed it down to a list of 10 very lucky finalists. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there'll be any girls there?
Are you kidding me? People may even be having sex tonight.
Get that back away! Hike an hillside, kiss my ass!
Have you seen Amanda Beckett? Yeah, man, I just saw her in there. I'm thinking about asking her out, boy.
Oh, God, you're a hottie. Get that back away!
I filled this with 7 bottles of vodka last September. It's been in my freezer for...
All right, so check it. Time to get busy.
Who does he think he is? Brad Pitt? And you're like Gwyneth, but with bigger boobs. Oh, totally bigger boobs.
I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs!
That was a little bit of the trailer for Can't Hardly Wait from 1998. And with that Dr. Seussian intro, let's go directly into our commentary of the film featuring the lovely Kai Yaniz. All right, do you have it queued up? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, ready? And we're at 000 and go. Starting now, we are seeing Sony Columbia TriStar.
Yep.
Annette Bening is holding up her little torch. Or whatever.
Oh, that's always who that looked like to you?
That's who I've heard it referred to as before.
I gotta say, with headphones, my audio quality is awesome. Especially these headphones. I traded down compared to the Apple ones.
Oh, there you go.
Because they were available. Columbia Pictures presents. Okay.
We know where we're at. Mine's so far behind. I'm not synced up with you at all. I should mention for the people at home that we are linked up on Netflix Party, but not really. What happened? Why is mine not there at all?
I don't
Am
know.
I behind?
Do you need to get out of it and go back in?
Yeah, let's do that. Well, you're on it, and you could talk about this while it's happening. Go ahead.
So
you
now
have to
they're
talk.
like gossiping, like how you do at graduation. But the thing is, though, that didn't happen at my graduation. I thought it would, but it didn't. Like, I don't know. I guess I went to school with seniors like this. I wasn't a senior like this. I didn't go to a senior graduation party. And Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah. This was the movie of these up-and-comers of the 90s. And Jennifer Love Hewitt was a huge star.
All right, we're linked up now. We're synchronized. So for the people, since we didn't really get a chance to record a proper intro, what was you've been wanting to do this one for a while, like before Cats, before even When Harry Met Sally, you were talking about we got to do Can't Hardly Wait. So why? What's the deal?
I don't know. I think I just like that it's an ensemble cast and they all have their own different vignettes of what's going on. And this was Because I saw this teen movie, before I saw She's All That, before I saw 10 Things I Hate About You. Like, this was 1998, summer of 1998.
Well, yeah, it came out before, but
everybody was
the year
talking
before.
about it. Yeah, and I think it was just one of those, I think it was one of those first teen movies I maybe saw by myself in the movie theater, even though I was like 14, 15. Yeah, it was like the summer of my 15th birthday. So, and I'm just like, wow, that's so cool when you graduate high school, and I couldn't wait to graduate. And I know people that are like, oh, I don't want to graduate, I'm so sad. I'm like, no, I was happy to graduate. Were you happy to graduate?
I think so. I wasn't particularly popular in high school or
You were
anything
valedictorian.
anyway.
You
No, I
weren't
wasn't.
You were but you were magna cum laude?
I don't know. what
Summa
the-
cum laude? The second tier?
I guess I was 25 in my class of like 500 something.
I don't know. I probably was like,
I guess that's good.
maybe I was like 499 of 500. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Sounds about right.
I was an average student. I didn't really try.
So this is Lauren
I was gonna be an
Ambrose,
actress,
right?
so,
This is
yes.
Lauren Ambrose. Was she in
She still
anything
does
else?
stuff.
She was.
I think she still does stuff. I don't remember. Yeah. I like Preston.
Is that Ethan Embry? Yeah.
Yeah, who used to be known as Ethan Randall when he was in Empire Records, which I tried to watch the movie. I wasn't that into it.
I saw that as a kid with cousins or something.
Yeah.
You're not.
God, she's like fierce, man. She's like poking him very hard. Well,
I think this movie thinks it's like trying to be whatever a Dazed and Confused style
better though.
thing.
in
I
my
mean,
opinion.
I've only saw that. I've only seen either of these movies the one time.
Yeah, he's gonna say a line where he's like, "Were you this bitchy? Were you this bitchy when we dated?" And she's like, "Yeah, I was." I'm like, yeah, she is a bitch." And she kind of has an arc in this movie.
The most '90s music of all
But-
time.
Yeah, Smash Mouth was in every movie.
Well, that one song was in every movie. The All Star was in like 4 soundtracks in like the span of 2 years.
And the thing is, I actually liked this movie so much. I saw it with my dad too. And when we get a glimpse of her, my dad even says, "He's like, what's the big deal? She's not that hot."
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god."
Well, she was like the it girl at the time
Yeah.
with Party of Five. I didn't see this until a few years ago.
Oh, and guess
And
who the teacher is, guys?
I don't remember.
I'll tell you when you
This
see
is like
her.
the opposite of last commentary. You're like, this thing, watch this. And I'm like, what's happening? Who is this? Skimbleshanks? Is Skimbleshanks going to show up? Because that would make me interested.
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tarts are still good.
The same Pop-Tart.
That's like
He's
probably...
endearing. He's like so dorky.
I don't know if you saw the commentary, the IMDb trivia on this.
That's Jan from
Brusha.
Yes. Mike Dexter. Who then ended up being in Twilight.
Ethan Embry doesn't remember this movie because he was so stoned during the making of it.
Oh, I
Apparently.
remember. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean.
So what
Nobody
you're
actually
reading
told
as
me.
what you're reading as endearing is really him being like all jacked up or whatever.
Well, he's pulling it together because he's completely bombed out of his mind.
I guess, yeah.
It's a weird time. God, she's so cynical. But we all knew those people. I probably was one of those people.
Was?
A cynical?
I was making a joke. Was? As in really was?
Hey, man, I'm the most optimistic person in this house.
Well, wait, hold on. Tell the people, what was your hopeful and hopefulness thing on the...
And I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. 'Cause it's wrong.
You're not
It's
happy with the results.
So wrong. Whatever happened to that guy? I think he's probably the better looking one in this whole movie.
Oh, this guy looks... All these people look familiar, but I can't quite
Well,
place
that guy
him.
was in, I think, Save the Last Dance or something. In Othello. God, he's such a punk. Just went, baby. But he is supposed to be a punk. Yeah, that guy was in Save the Last
Oh,
Dance.
Sean Patrick Thomas?
Yes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He had a big career for a while, and then
That came out like the year or so after. There was a lot of... We were in high school from 97 to 2001, and so all these late 90s... There was like an explosion of teen movies in the late 90s.
I know, and it was great.
It was, I mean...
Great
I
time.
guess I don't really...
Great
I didn't
time.
grow up with any of these. I think it's Clueless's fault.
He's
I think
got an
Clueless
amazing
came
chin.
out, and then everybody was like, that's what we're doing, teen movies. And that's why they put all these movies in development. Can't Hardly Wait, She's All That, 10 Things I Hate About You, some other ones that I don't care about.
Cruel
probably.
Intentions.
That was fine. I remember that I saw in theaters. That was like a kind of phenomenon for teenagers in the late 90s. This one wasn't as much. I should bring up the stats on this, like the box office and stuff, because this did fine, I think. At the box. Did you post the thing on Facebook?
About what?
The party code?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I used the link from the party code to
People listening to this and
who
who are like, hey, I want to be in on the party. Maybe another time. Maybe we might do a public one eventually, but right now we're keeping it on the DL.
God.
Yes, baby, yes. So, did you explain exactly why you wanted to talk about this? Just you had good memories of it? Because we also
I
did.
kind of said a lot.
We also did a couple years ago. We did our top 5 movies of 1998, and you had this on there. So this is kind of a follow up to that, I guess.
And this
too.
is the kid from A Hook.
And Dick Tracy, Charlie
And
Korsmo.
like it was in everything.
Yeah, wow, he's in every club.
Wasn't there a movie that
What?
that was kind of like Rushmore?
Rushmore. That wasn't him, though.
No, but the character that was in everything, and then he started all these clubs.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Schwartzman.
That's a good movie. 25.
That's who this reminds me of now.
This made $25 million at the box office, and I can't imagine it cost that much. It's all a bunch of basically unknowns at this point, except for Jay. What was her? She didn't even have a thing. J Love, I guess. What was Jennifer Love Hewitt? Didn't have a J Law, J Lo.
Well, apparently, they've then coined her as the real J Lo, or the first J Lo. So in this
Too late. You had your
in
window,
this
J-Love.
movie, it's when I learned a lot about it's when I first learned about Boba Fett. Because remember, I didn't really watch Star Wars. So when he said Boba Fett, I'm like, who's Boba Fett? That's too bad he wasn't Independence Day.
Independence Day reference, obviously. It's so weird to see the kid from Dick Tracy doing this.
Oh, that's right. He was yeah.
In what?
Is that Independence? Yeah, he did. That's Independent Day house?
The White House?
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Whoa. Did you just call the White House the Independence Day house?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're not happy with what's going on there right now, but you're like completely disavowing it. Like, is that the Independence Day house?
And then they're making reference to X-Files on their shirts.
I guess. Is that what is that toy? I'm trying to see the action figures to see if I recognize the characters. Not so much. There's an alien.
Remember Polaroids?
Yes. Yeah, I remember Polaroids. I don't know I don't think we really had Polaroids as a kid. I remember going
I didn't either. They're expensive.
Yeah, exactly. I remember going to Walmart and doing a lot of the 1 hour photo things with my mom and waiting for the pictures to get developed. Do you remember when we weren't so old?
No.
Because I feel like now we're just...
Oh my God. And of course, Seth Green still has a huge career. And he's one of my second favorite characters. There's some lines in this movie. I'm like, what the hell? When we get to it, I'll bring...
What should I do?
I don't think that's how it is.
Wow.
I like his hair. Yaniz is so honest with his friends, though.
Was this character the basis for that Malibu's Most Wanted movie?
Oh yeah, maybe.
That came out wasn't that 2001 or something?
I guess
I have to find. I didn't watch that either.
Last year of high school?
No, 2003. It was a little bit later.
I don't think they're lucky finalists.
So Seth Green, to people now who only know him as the dude who behind Robot Chicken.
That's sad.
And the voice of Chris Griffin was a huge DL back in the day.
He was.
Buffy,
such a cute face.
Buffy and this and Austin Powers were all in the same. I think he joined Buffy in the beginning, the beginning of season 2. So I think late '97, because that show had its first season the early '97. It was short.
I was watching that show during that time.
And then Austin Powers hit in '97. This is '98. Then he was in Idle Hands and a few other things. He was kind of
was tempted to see that, but it also kind of looked bad.
Friends of mine wanted to see it, and I was like, I don't want to go.
She's gonna give him shit.
Yeah, because he's lame.
Is that true, Rob?
Great writers revise. I mean, I don't know if I consider myself a great writer, but yeah, everybody revises.
She's just jealous because no one wants to give her a love letter.
Are they brother and sister? I have no idea.
In this movie?
Mandy. How do they know each other in this movie?
They're friends.
Are they just friends? Okay.
Yeah.
Mandy. They almost called the character Mandy based on the song. I remember hearing about that a million years ago.
Why? I wonder why they didn't. Why didn't they again?
I don't know. Maybe it was too on the nose, so he could be like, Amanda, Mandy, what?
Yeah. See, I think this is more funny. Also,
If you look closely,
who
you can
cares?
see he looks stoned as fuck. He's like, this the whole movie. Nobody could see me, but I'm doing like wide, like confused eyes. He's like, look, Mandy. It's Mandy, y'all. Paris, that kind of thing. Oh, boy.
it must have been fun for him though, then to acting to really bond out of his mind.
All right, are we going to point out all the random people who are now huge stars or
Of
who
course
were
we
then?
are.
Which,
Why would we
have
not do that?
Have we missed any? I don't think so. Not
Oh,
really.
no, not
There's
yet.
a lot more characters to show up. So people that are
What,
listening that
she
have
got
no
her hair
idea.
done and she's wearing that really nice dress for this party.
There
Of
she is.
Joan
There's
Hart.
Melissa Sabrina, the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch, everybody. Also, she was like Drive Me Crazy was like the year after this, and that was a moderate hit, I think.
And I like Sabrina Teenage Witch.
I watched it here and there. It was on TGIF and stuff, wasn't it?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
We watched one episode of
The dark one.
yeah.
The new one.
We were not. We were.
Well, we also
not
don't like
into that.
television very much in general, so I think we're usually looking for a reason not to watch stuff, and we're like, I don't know.
Plus, it's hard for me to. Melissa Joan Hart is my Sabrina.
That's weird. You're
Teenage
the worst
Witch.
kind of person.
Hey.
You're like, no, they're raping my childhood. These are not Ghostbusters, aren't girls. It's like whatever. It's a new thing. It's a new version of Sabrina.
But it's also what you
Sabrina's
said. We don't
based
watch TV very much.
Well, it's that. It's more
And I
that.
don't
We
think
don't
it
even watch
really
Riverdale
engaged our
anymore.
Intention.
I was tired, so I didn't really make it through all of it because I was tired. I'm sure
I
it's
don't
a
know
good
those
show.
people.
I'm sure it's a good show, but it's just like, yeah, we don't even watch Riverdale anymore.
Oh God, and they're gonna
Where's
be
your
so mean to her. Go hot dog,
Why are they talking hot dogs?
bitch. It's so degrading.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, no, they're
boy. So, Kai, you're gonna have to carry the commentary because I'm confused.
not. What the hell's he talking about? Oh! Here comes a cameo. My boy Breckin Meyer.
Who was married to one of the directors of this movie at the time?
Oh, really?
Who also
Apparently-
directed the directors of this movie whose names I
Donald
have. Hold on.
Faison.
Harry Elfont and Deborah Kaplan. He was married to Deborah Kaplan at the time. They've since divorced.
Oh.
The only other movie that they've directed other than this one, which I think they wrote and directed both of this one, this Can't Hardly Wait, and 2001's Josie and the Pussycats, which is a movie that I actually do really like, but again, hadn't seen until last year or a couple years ago.
And I don't know 100% if this is the case, but I think that Breckin Meyer may have been Drew Barrymore's first kiss.
Yeah,
When she
you've
was like 9 years old. I know I keep saying
explained
this, and I have no backing behind this, but they're both from California. How many Breckins are there in the world? And she was famous from E.T., so it's possible. And they're friends, I think, because I think she's friends with Seth Green, and they're friends, so possible.
The X-File. Oh boy. This is the most, I said this when we were watching the trailer, when I watched the trailer, and we talked about this the other night, and I watched the trailer to sort of be like, yeah, what was that thing again? This is literally the most 90s movie of all time.
Isn't that great?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Wasn't
How do
really
you feel about the 90s? That was a decade.
the
that
90s
we
in
really grew up in.
general. Like what? I mean, there are certain things in the 90s that I was into. Like, we have we have a 3-year-old daughter. We've mentioned her many times on the podcast. So like, we're introducing her to like a lot of the 90s Disney stuff, especially now as they're being remade. We're like, let's show you the real one before we see the live action, whatever. Push her across the thing, yeah. And then I didn't have a big nostalgia for 90s teen comedies. Like I didn't see Clueless until you showed me.
I know.
I didn't see this until you showed me. I saw
Jamie Presley.
I saw American Pie when it came on VHS or whatever.
Overrated.
But only because
They hate
of
him,
like
for good reason. 'Cause
only
he's
because of the
asshole.
like Shannon Elizabeth factor and things like that. I think is the only reason I was like, wait,
She's
what?
definitely a
He does
90s
what with a
reference.
pie? That just had the curiosity of that because that was kind of the unavoidable teen sex comedy of the 90s.
I know.
And all these other ones
They
I
did
didn't
4
really.
of them, right, or 5.
4, 5.
Peter Facinelli actually
think. No, 4.
was pretty attractive. He has really strong, really strong.
She seems
features.
very shy for someone who's supposed to be super popular. So everybody's high school had that one
She
person,
has
I guess, right?
extensions in her hair, by the way. Not
Amanda
a wig, but
Beckett.
extensions.
Future plans. She doesn't know what she's doing.
No. But how so sad. She was all these prom queen and stuff, but she doesn't like it.
Yeah. That's kind of like my character in one of my unproduced naturally, but uncompleted novella, which we won't get into details because of copyright, but it's a little bit like my character. You know what I'm talking about? I guess not.
Oh.
Who is this again? This is somebody.
The blonde?
No, all of the other two also.
Jamie Presley.
Yeah, that's the other two I said.
Yeah, no, other blonde.
The
looks
blonde is
familiar
Jamie
to me.
Presley. That blonde. Yeah, the middle blonde. Yeah,
I know,
that's
she
what I
looks
meant.
familiar, but I
Sorry.
don't know who she is.
Is that the... I know.
I haven't seen the other one in anything.
Yes,
after this.
she looks familiar.
Another Smash Mouth.
It's not Elise
They,
Neal,
this
I don't
made their
think, but it's
career.
one of the...
Because Jennifer
someone
Love
like
Hewitt was
that.
also in this video.
In the video for this song?
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah.
Tamala Jones. Oh, she's in Head of State, I think. That's why she looks familiar.
Oh.
The Chris Rock movie, Head of State. I'm going to confirm that.
Did
thanks
I see
to
that?
IMDb. I don't think I've shown you that. He becomes president? I mean, he runs for president, I guess is the main plot
Oh,
of the
you
movie.
guys, there's some trivia for you. They used to be friends.
Who?
In
Her
elementary
and
school.
Amanda?
Her and Kenny.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Head of State. Told you. She was in Head of State, Tamala Jones.
Oh. What about the blonde? The other blonde?
I don't know the character's name, so her name wouldn't look familiar. Let me see. Jennifer Lyons, I guess. Let me see. Are you up to...
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say about this movie. So this
So
is
they
all
went out
you.
for a week.
Okay.
So. Don't ditch your friend. And why is he so sure that she's going to like him? Oh, and the goth girls. Oh, yeah, I love this line coming up. It's just that he's the most popular guy in school. Oh. Yeah, and school's over. Yeah, exactly. I still think about that line. Because it's true. School's over. Who cares? And I think that's the thing with this movie that I like so much is that they're like, oh, college is going to be better. Once you get to high school, we're going to be a lot more awesome. In reality, it's about who you are, not about where you are in your life. You have to make your own. You have to make your own life and good choices.
True. When you're in high school, it feels like it's the whole world.
Exactly.
Which is why it's like, which is why Mean Girls is so smart about that. It's like, this is girl world. It's like it's like the Wild West, basically. These girls are annoying as hell.
Yeah, I think she's thinking the same thing. And why are they so ripped? Like, they're very toned.
Because they're movie star people and they're cheerleaders or whatever. Cheering a cheerleader, I would assume, would get you really ripped and toned. Again, another super dated reference. Not the Gwyneth reference, the Gwyneth and Brad reference.
Oh, yeah.
Which then you can almost like track the history of movies by Gwyneth and Brad and Angelina, or Brad and Jennifer, I guess, and then Brad and Angelina, sorry. And then...
And maybe Brad and Jennifer again. Who knows?
Who knows? We don't know what the hell's going on.
Do you like his goggles? You want those?
Not really. He looks goofy.
He could go... I don't understand the point of it. Is those for snowboarding? Like, so the sun
I think
doesn't
he
get in
thinks
your
he's looking
eyes?
cool. He thinks it's just a style thing. Why did Michael Jackson wear the sequin glove? He didn't need that.
Well, no, but those are like snowboarding.
I guess,
glasses.
yeah, I guess they are.
Because that's the thing that's crazy. Is like, I didn't realize this, but if it snows, the sun will refract very much off of the snow, and you could get blinded.
It's Tara, Amber Benson from
There's
Buffy.
There's a couple Buffy people.
Who's
in
also
this.
in, obviously, with Seth Green.
And Clea
Clea
Duvall's in this.
She wasn't in Buffy. Which one episode of Buffy?
Well, it counts.
I guess technically it counts.
And who's this guy?
But Amber Benson
like a punk.
and Seth Green were both in this movie, and they both dated Allison Hannigan on the show. And kind of, remember? You haven't seen season 4, so you don't know what's going on.
I didn't. I watched like 2 episodes.
Well, Tara's not introduced until mid-season 4.
The
When you watch
beer
that.
has gone bad.
Nobody drank the beer. That's pretty funny.
But
He's never had beer before, I guess.
no,
Right.
he's never even been to a party.
Right. What I like about this character is that he comes across obnoxious and like a stereotype, and then the whole point of it later is that kind of breaking that down a little bit.
That's what arc, I think.
Yeah, well, because otherwise this is kind of racist and like the whole thing that he's doing.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's called
totally.
out on it a lot, obviously later on, but
Oh no.
in this early part of the movie, it looks really bad. Oh boy.
Oh jeez. God, and girls are bitches too. Oh,
Aw.
he's clearly does not have. He's not endearing to these people. But then you find out who's the most endearing person in high school. Here she is.
Yeah, Clay Duvall, yeah. Again, another everywhere-ish person in the 90s, the faculty and other stuff. I don't
Wasn't she in
remember.
But I'm a Cheerleader?
Yes, I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
I thought you saw that. What
No,
did
I
you
didn't.
see?
I didn't see that.
There's another movie like that I think you watched that you were like, that was good. I was like, really? Bust a
Didn't
move.
Election come out that same year too?
99 was election, sort of.
99 was a huge year
For any movies in general, but yeah.
But there were a lot of teen movies.
She was in
that
Girl
year.
Interrupted, Clay Duvall. That's one thing.
Oh yeah, she was.
That was around the same time. Can't Hardly Wait. She's all that. What was the one you said she was
God.
in also? Yeah, but
And
I'm a
the
cheerleader. Good job.
gossiping, High school gossiping, terrible.
I was very disconnected. I was very shy and disconnected in high school. I wasn't really part
I
of any
like
of
that
these
she
cliques,
had,
you know?
Oh yeah, I wasn't. It wasn't. I like that she like looks right at them and doesn't, like walk away. She's like, I'm gonna face you. Or you gossiping about me, basically. Yeah.
Who, J-Love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he in?
I don't know who this is.
I feel like I've seen him before too. Why do people have such embarrassing stories?
If she's the most popular girl in school, how come nobody's talking to her? Really?
Because
Like,
she's maybe only because I think she gets into that she's was only had friends because she was dating Mike Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
So now, who are her friends? I don't even know why she's there.
She smiled. She's cute in this movie, I guess.
Bullcorn.
Bullcorn. What the hell is bullcorn? I don't even know what bullcorn is.
Not to be confused with
Bullshit.
candy
I
corn.
mean, oh, yeah. Amanda, hey. Oh,
And
Ron.
I've never seen him in anything since the movie.
Oh, you're on the market.
Nope.
They're all swarming around. Mm-hmm. Gross.
Yeah, I barely know my second cousins, let alone go to school with them.
I
was
barely
always
know-
jealous of that. People being like best friends with their cousin, going to the same school. I'm like, that's not us.
I barely know my first cousin, so there's that.
Yeah. I always wanted that for our daughter and our nephews, for them to be close like that. That might not happen, but that's a terrible couch. Very 90s couch.
How do we feel about the fashion in this movie? Considering it's the
not so bad.
90s. Seth Green's age the best, right?
Well, I feel like Jennifer Love Hewitt's outfit, I'm like, you kind
a
of
shirt.
could wear, yeah, you could wear that to work, but with a blazer, of course. Just like, it looks like a kind of a professional skirt and tank top. God, very degrading to women.
Oh boy, these guys are all annoying.
I know. Notice they have a U for flavor? It's like the British.
British Netflix.
Yeah.
We should mention if people want to watch this. It's
He's
on Netflix.
such an asshole.
Oh, this guy? Oh, that's the guy that pushed the Melissa Joan Hart.
He's a bully,
Right?
obviously.
He looks familiar too. Who's this? Is this somebody I know? Again,
Freddie something? Freddie Rodriguez, I think.
No, that's not him.
He's actually,
Yeah, but that's not that guy. Peter Facinelli. I thought so.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that guy.
No, that's Freddie Rodriguez. That I know. Who's in Planet Terror and Grindhouse and stuff.
Peter Facinelli, he was in Twilight. He also was married to Jenny
That's
Garth.
who you were talking about with Twilight. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
He was married to Jenny Garth for a long time. I think during this movie, actually, just got married. And I'm like, Jenny Garth married to the dude from Get Only Way?
Oh, yeah. Jenny Garth of Singled Out. Or not Jenny Garth. Jenny McCarthy, I'm thinking. Jenny Garth of 90210. Another thing I didn't watch. Ever. I've never seen an episode of 90210.
We should watch that.
No, please don't.
It's probably on Netflix.
Not interested in the slightest.
It also was their idea to break up with their girlfriends. It wasn't. He didn't tell them to do it. So.
Boy. This is why I didn't go to parties, really. This seems really terrible. Like, even watching it, I'm getting nervous. I'm like, oh, this is making me... My social anxiety is acting up. I'm like, I don't understand why anybody's at this thing. It just seems overwhelming and annoying, personally. I like the framing on that shot, though. She's, like, literally by herself in the middle of the, like, crowded. And it looks like there's kind of... Not quite a fisheye lens, but there's some kind of lens where it's, like, focusing inward. Yeah. It's, like, all pulling it towards the center.
Yeah. What's a language lab? Oh, my God. It's so humiliating.
Oh boy. Lame. It's Donald Faison. So how many of the people in Love Burger were also in Du Jour? In Josie and the Pussycats?
Oh.
Wasn't Donald Faison also in Du Jour?
Yeah, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And weren't they both in Clueless?
And so was... Seth Green was also in Du Jour.
Was Deborah Kaplan...
I'm going to look it up.
Was she involved in Clueless too? Is that how they met?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But they were married. They were married at some point.
I wonder if she...
Let's see. Who are the Du Jour people? I definitely highly recommend people listening to watch Josie and the Pussycats.
How would you feel if you had a party in your house and it started on fire?
I wouldn't have a party in my house.
We've had parties in this house.
Not as a teenager, I wouldn't have had a party in my house. I was the square teenager kid who was quiet, never talked to anybody, and did his work and did well in school, and then went home and watched cartoons. That was me. That was what my jam was. Let's see. Du Jour. Donald Faison, Seth Green, Breckenmeyer, and shit. Isn't there another one? There was one more, but I can't find. Was it not Ethan Embry? It was somebody like that, though.
Was it Matthew Lillard?
No. It might not have been. It might have been one of the least popular.
This girl. I wonder if she was in on Fresh Prince. One of Ashley's friends. No. This wasn't her.
Who? Wait, what now?
The one that's talking right now.
The Asian girl?
Yeah, but she wasn't.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Doesn't that realize that sometimes people say that and they're not really necessarily gonna... Oops. Oh boy. Oh man. He's driving me nuts.
Isn't that a song?
Is he gonna sing like in sync or something? Special K. That's what I've joked should be your nickname.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And they got to be fancy people. They have a pool house.
Well, yeah. It's funny you made the Fresh Prince reference because every time I hear pool house, that makes me think of Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Oh God. The Jimmy hat? Is that a thing that people use to describe
it? What's your favorite song?
I do like Groove is in the Heart. Groove is in the Heart.
Oh my God, it's like a nightclub.
Okay, wait, hold on. We're going to let Jimmy hats just slide by. Jim, that's Jesus.
Gross.
Oh, peeing in the pool?
I can't believe it. She invited her entire graduating class, 522 of them.
Who is this? The girl? That's just some random girl?
She's the one holding the party.
Yeah. But why is she she's not an important character other than being the person whose house they're in, right?
Right, basically.
That's the joke, being like, you don't even need to know who this is. It's just some random person who's out
she
there.
has a name.
Yeah, I think in the credits, I look at IMDb, she's like, girl whose house the party's at or something.
She was in a movie like a couple years before this, Foxfire.
Girl whose party it is, yeah,
with,
see?
Angelina Jolie was in that.
Oh, I remember hearing about Foxfire.
I hold it on VHS.
Again, the nice 90s soundtrack of all time. Rock around is tricky.
It's tricky. It's tricky. My God.
Kama Sutra. This guy's
He doesn't
obsessed.
know.
He's a teenager, so
He
he's
doesn't
obsessed.
know what's going on.
Well, has it not been, spoilers, has it not been revealed that he's a virgin yet? Isn't that the big twist later on?
No, it has not been revealed yet.
Spoilers.
Oh, well,
People watching this.
it kind of did. He kind of was telling
He's just
that
like,
to his
oh,
friend.
got to have sex tonight. That's pretty much his thing. What the
He's
fuck?
like, I have 10 chances of embarrassing myself. Or
92%.
92% chance, yeah.
Yeah. God, you're wasting your time, dude. And then he gets stuck in the bathroom, right? Evacuation.
And he's got the chain. I used to have a wallet chain. I was wearing the baggy jeans.
Jesus.
The Jinko wannabes because I didn't have money.
Is that a pop brownie then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can kind of see where some of this is going. Dude, these brownies suck.
And that guy.
Yeah, that guy was also on Buffy for an episode and then died.
Ew.
Yeah, what the fuck? God, there's the Jimmy hats.
I just thought about that quote recently too. I better double back. I don't know where that girl's been.
Ew. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. No, I mean get out.
He's just going through this girl's
Honestly, I
stuff.
kind of almost would think I think this movie would be better, more interesting if it was just the two of them in the bathroom. If this was like a super small indie with two people in a bathroom and like, there's an episode of Family Guy, which I don't watch anymore, where it's just Stewie and Brian in a
He
bathroom.
just broke his drumsticks. Those are expensive.
It was just Stewie and Brian in a bathroom, and it's like a whole long conversation thing. I feel like this movie would be better if it was just two of them in the bathroom and not all the other random bullshit. Like these idiots on a roof or whatever. You know what I mean? More focused. It seems like it's kind of so all over the place.
Yeah. But I like that it's all the different stories.
I guess.
Because, we all have our favorite character and our favorite, like, plot line.
Yeah, a lot of licking going on in this movie. Jesus. What the fuck was that?
How does she have so much stuff? I've been to keg parties.
I can't feel my legs.
And the keg ran out pretty quickly.
That's in all the marketing, that I have no legs scene. Oh my God, most 90s of all time. Monkey Cole Medina.
It's a great song.
I know, I didn't say it was a bad song. It's just it's very 90s.
And the other one was Wild.
Wild Thing.
Yeah, I like Tone Loc.
Funky Cold Medina. What does that even mean? Funky Cold Medina?
I have no idea.
Is it a beverage? A Funky Cold Medina? Or is it some kind of slang that I'm not privy to?
It's also hard for me to believe that all of them are sexually active.
I mean,
That was
really?
not,
Really? Why is that hard for you to believe?
Because I think even when I was in high school, I don't think everybody was sexually active.
Yeah, but they're not all technically in this movie either. I don't think Ethan Embry's ever been with anybody, and I don't think Seth Green or what's-her-face in the bathroom have ever... Isn't that the whole point of that storyline?
I guess.
Okay, well, you think those
But
geeks...
look at American Pie.
You think the geeks on the roof?
No, but look at American Pie.
Okay, well, then not
They
everybody.
were good dating. They were dating girls that weren't sexually active.
What do you mean, dating and not having sex?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is like the age where you start having sex normally, though.
But so was American Pie.
Right?
But even in that group, there were like some that were having sex and some that weren't.
No, actually, none of them, except for Stifler. You talking about the main four? The main four, they all had...
Right.
They were all
I'm
B cards.
also not a great person to talk about that movie because I've seen it, I think, once.
I mean, I saw it like maybe once too.
She barely
And I
is
saw
talking
I
to
saw 2
Toby.
and 3
We
also.
are almost like over a half hour in, and she just started really talking.
No, didn't she have many conversations with those girls and stuff? Or she wasn't really doing much of the talking.
Yeah, kind
Who's
of.
she talking to? Is anybody listening to her? Is she talking with somebody that's passed out?
You'll see who she's talking.
I don't remember.
So they were like 14.
Who? Oh, when they first dated?
Yeah.
Is that her second cousin?
Yeah.
And isn't he going to be like, hey, I know we're cousins, but what up?
But she was 14. That's okay.
Yeah, but she was with him for that all of high school pretty much?
Yeah,
That's kind of a long relationship
that is.
for high school.
Yeah, it is. I think I was even thinking this when I first saw this movie. I'm like, geez, 4 years. That's a long time. Did he go to the school? Or is he just at the party?
I think probably goes to school, no?
I heard
looks
he
like
does that.
Yeah, the wedgies for the underclassmen. Oh, that's everybody. Get in line, J-Love. That's a long-ass time. I just said that. Especially for high school? Did you date? What was the longest relationship you had in high school?
I didn't have any relationships really
Okay,
high school.
well, there you go.
I did, but
Not really,
but
right?
they weren't.
They didn't go for 4 years, is my point.
Right.
It's very fleeting in high school, I'm assuming.
Maybe she thought they were gonna be high school sweethearts. 'Cause that happens too.
Well, on our Netflix party, one of your friends made a reference to The Ghost Whisperer because Jennifer Love Hewitt was on that
No,
for like a
I
decade.
didn't get it.
That's pretty funny. So was this post Party of Five or during Party of Five?
During.
Because didn't she leave the show at some point
She
and
did.
they tried to give her a spinoff and they were like, no. People were like, we don't want to watch this crap.
Was it called Life of the Party or something?
No, time of your
My
life or
yeah.
some crap like that. I didn't watch any of it. Yeah, so Party of Five ran from 94 to 2000. So I guess she wasn't one of the 5, right? Or was she?
She was Scott Bailey's girlfriend.
Okay, so she wasn't one of the 5
No,
technically?
she was not one of the 5.
Scott Bailey, you mean Scott Wolf?
Yeah. Who's Scott Bailey?
I don't no idea. You just granted a new person. So Scott, I don't even know. Didn't their parents die and it's just the 5 of them or something?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like Boxcar Children then.
Yes, it is.
That's better. I would have rather watched if the show was called The Boxcar Children. I'd be like, hell
Are his
yeah.
pupils really dilated?
Maybe they had to fix it in post. I don't know. That's funny.
I wonder what he's thinking about right now.
Probably Jennifer Love Hewitt, I'm assuming. Ghost Whisperer. Which went on for a while. 2005 to... Any words of encouragement?
And they're talking about foreign exchange students. My high schools did not have foreign exchange
I don't think
students.
mine did either.
Is that like a California, New
It's
York
a movie
thing?
thing, I think, mostly.
Well, they have au pairs. So if you're a rich person, you can have an au pair.
Pears are
can have
delicious. Incel alert. Nice.
What are they, in space?
What did she say?
No one can hear us.
Oh, nice. In space, no one can hear you scream. Jesus.
Can't
See,
they get like
this part
something
of-
sharp, like a screwdriver?
Okay, here's the other thing that doesn't make any sense. He wasn't really half naked, was he? Doesn't anybody miss this bathroom? Hello?
Do you remember the host of the party sent him up there and told him that not to close the door because the door didn't really work very well?
No, I know. But nobody else misses that bathroom?
No, because she didn't tell anybody else about it except him.
Because my whole point being, they're at a party, everybody's drinking, people gotta go pee. How many bathrooms are in this house, I guess? I guess there's another bathroom that everybody's using.
Yeah, the one where there was that line.
Okay, fair enough. Time to get friggin'. Oh, Third Eye Blind, because 1990s, yo.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this song.
He's,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, more or less. This guy's creepy.
Yeah, his eyes got weird.
Creepy. He's creepy. He's also high. Eat the number
Probably
style.
from his stash.
Ethan Embry stash on the set.
I had a shirt with that like that.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Hashtag me 3. Yeah, I've never heard this song in my life. Which is weird because the trailer is all like, how's it gonna be? I mean, that's his plan. His plan is to get off. Gross. Oh, boy. I mean, fair reaction. That's funny.
God, yeah, he is a baby. He's like, oh, she was kissing somebody else. I guess no chance for me ever.
I mean, is that inconsistent with his character? That we know what we know about him? He's very sensitive.
Yeah,
and let's be honest, if in high
school.
school, if I was this guy more than any of these other people, for
I
sure.
want to say it.
You can say it. I don't care. I was this guy.
This is
I
the
had
one.
there was a popular brunette in high school that I liked, that I always admired from afar but never talked to.
But
So I mean, everybody.
Throughout the 4 years when she was with Mike Dexter.
He wrote her a letter.
Yeah.
How long ago?
Like 4 years ago, and he's been revising it ever since.
Oh, but did he
And
send
she's
it to her? Ever?
No.
Well,
that's
then
he
what the
just-
fuck?
Yes, that's the whole point. The whole climax of the movie.
Oh, this guy's
Oh
annoying.
yeah, there we go. Selma Blair,
Yeah, I thought that was Selma Blair.
right before
Another big
Cruel
90s
Intentions.
person. Right before Cruel Intentions, Legally Blonde, whatever else she was on.
Oh, here we go. I love it when assholes get called out on their shit.
This girl's pretty. What's her deal? Oh, snap. We don't like this guy. Girlfriend from the internet. At least I wasn't one of
That
these
was a
guys.
90s reference too.
At least I wasn't one of these guys in high school. I wasn't one of the guys on the roof. I was the other guy. This guy, but minus the being stoned on the set of a movie or period. Oh, in our Netflix party, talk of the internet is happening, and I was thinking of that too. Your girlfriend on the internet. People called it the internet back in the day, and said, "I'm just going on." Like it wasn't just assumed. You had to be like, "Oh, let me look it up on the internet." Now you're just like, "Oh, I'm gonna sign on to Facebook." You don't have to explain what things are anymore.
What's Facebook?
Yeah, exactly.
God, this is the third one. Or is this the same one they played early in the movie?
What is it?
The third Smash Mouth song.
No, before they had... No, there was Walking on the Sun before too.
Okay, so it's okay.
This is like the theme song of this movie, Walking on the Sun. Yeah, I love cakes.
You ever had keg beer?
I mean, probably at some point. If you're asking again about high school parties, I did not go to those.
I went to high
Because
school
I was
parties,
not
but
social.
not like this. It was very
Oh,
small
why is his
gathering
letter?
of people.
Oh, he
And
dropped
I think
his,
I was like a senior in high school.
so
by
he
this
dropped
point.
his letter and it got thrown around
Yeah.
in the most like cartoonish of fashions.
Talk about coincidences, though. Why does she have a towel in her hand?
Why is he such an asshole?
I love that line.
You're white. It's in the trailer.
Because it's hilarious.
He dropped it. He dropped his accent thing. So
I
Seth
feel
Green.
like she does think she's better than other people, though.
I mean, it's kind of her. I mean, she's got standards. Maybe that's wrong with
Yeah,
that.
and she's got some resentment.
So wait, you said she's been done stuff since. What was she? So I saw in the
Wasn't she
she was in 6 Feet Under.
Yes, that's it.
Which again, we're not big TV people in this house, so we don't know
That's
what the
HBO, right?
hell. Yeah, I think so.
They were all HBO shows.
On the trivia for IMDb, a lot of it's like 4 people from this in this movie were on for 6 Feet Under. Lauren Ambrose, Freddie Rodriguez, Peter Facinelli, and Eric Balfour were all on 6 Feet Under.
Oh wow, okay.
So I don't.
Was it
I think
before or
she was
during
like
this
the main
movie?
character of 6 Feet Under. I'm pretty sure, or one of them. 2001 to 2005 after this movie.
Isn't what she's saying?
What is she
He
saying?
dumped her as a friend because she was...
Too cool?
He wanted to be cool, and she was smart and poor.
Aw, that's sad.
And how many times have we had friendships that's happened?
Oh, and she did an episode of Robot Chicken. So they were clearly in contact, at least in 2013.
He seems cool, though.
Seth Green?
Yeah, he's still friends with
There's a lot of
the Buffy
famous
people.
Seths.
Yeah.
She did a voice on Where the Wild Things Are, which is a great movie. KW, one of the main characters in that. Great movie. Is he thinking?
Is he a hipster? He kind of dresses like a hipster.
In the 90s.
I love the coincidences of this movie. Just so happens to be a Barry Manilow's birthday, and he can go call Barry Manilow and ask him
That was a
question?
dated reference when this movie came out.
What?
Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow wasn't like a thing in 98 as much as he was in like the 70s or whatever. So even the fact that they're bringing up Barry Manilow is like, what? What's the equivalent of Barry Manilow today? Who's like the equivalent to Barry Manilow, where he's like really popular like 25 years ago?
Harry Connick Jr.?
I don't even think. Well, the thing with Barry Manilow is that he's like that. He's like that, like cheesy type of, like, you know, cheesy type of like pop soul, whatever, like whatever you want to call it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think on that one.
Oh, this song. I know. Was that Ben Folds 5?
Does she even know who this kid is that she's reading the letter from?
I guess you just have to wait and see.
I don't remember. Did he sign the letter at the bottom?
Doesn't look like that long of a letter, considering he rewrote it so many times.
Well, I mean,
I think that the longer he knew of her, and his years would go on.
the 4 years. He had 4 years to revise it. I wish I had a 4-year deadline on things. I'd probably still put it off till the last minute, to be honest.
Remember payphones?
Yeah, I do remember payphones. There's a lot of things in this movie that don't exist anymore. Jenna Elfman, ladies and gentlemen. She was Dharma and Greg style at this. Not
She was.
already at this point, right?
Yeah, already at this point, yeah.
Didn't that show start like 96, 97 around there?
Yes.
I didn't watch that, but I was aware of it. And we just watched, our daughter and I just watched Looney Tunes Back in Action like last couple weeks.
She was in that?
She's the female lead in that. Brendan Fraser, Jenna Elfman, Steve Martin, Bugs Bunny.
That is so rude. That is rude.
That is rude. And she's dressed like an angel because she's going to give him the advice that he needs at this point. It's like guardian angel type of thing.
That is rude, man. I would...
Why is she dressed like this? Did she explain why she's dressed like an angel? Does she explain her outfit here? Or what? What's the deal?
Maybe she does.
Oh, I don't remember. Don't do that. I've seen it before. It's not like it's a spoiler.
God, I'm so glad that cell phones happened soon after this, like 3 years later.
I mean,
At
cell
least
phones
for
already
us.
happened. Yeah, exactly.
For us.
I didn't get the internet. We were talking on the Netflix party about the internet. I didn't have the internet at this point either. I think we got the internet like 99 or something. And it was like all AOL keywords and bullshit like that.
My mom got a laptop when I was 13, and then I was like in chat rooms and stuff. That's pretty much all I did.
Yeah, I didn't really do chat rooms.
But I didn't really use the internet
I
as I use it now until college when I just do papers.
Right.
God, he's so dramatic.
Oh, so she was I had a feeling. I was even thinking, was she some kind of exotic dancer or something? Yeah, see? 2 a.m. already?
Yeah, I know.
When did this party start? We're like halfway through the movie. What time did the party start? I guess like 11? When did things... Remember when you weren't married with a child and you would actually go out at night? Like you would leave your house starting when normally now you were already in bed like a couple hours ago?
Oh yeah, when my sister used to go to nightclubs, we would go,
Leave
to go there at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd only be there for a few hours because they were already closed by
Wait, like 3?
two.
2.
2 in Orlando.
3 here
Yes.
in Tampa.
That's why some people in Orlando like to come to Tampa
Well,
to party.
not
because
now.
it was-
Nothing happens in Tampa now because we're all on freaking partial lockdown now, at least.
Yeah, things are opening back up, but probably not bars and nightclubs for a while.
What happened? Who's happening there? What is it?
I don't know. I don't think they show it.
Is she looking for him or does she not know who it is?
That
Do you know who Preston Myers is?
why would she remember that?
This lady looks familiar too.
Yeah, she does.
Who the fuck is this lady?
Uh,
Hold on. I'm on it. It's so funny that in this movie, the people, like, I think the whole point of this movie is that the way you think of yourself is not the way other people see you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's kind of the whole crux of this movie is basically like she has all these like inner turmoil and doubts and like doesn't really necessarily look at herself as what everybody else. Sarah Rue, I thought so.
No, and she had that law show that I told Zaya about.
Wasn't that like Something Perfect? She had a show
Yeah.
too. What the hell was that show called? She was on My Future Boyfriend. That's not it. Hold on, I'm on it. Less Than Perfect. That she was on that sitcom for like 4 years or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That she looked familiar, so I know I've seen her and stuff. But yeah, like everybody sees Amanda Beckett
Maybe
and they're
that's what I
like,
meant
"Oh,
to
you're
say.
whatever."
Maybe I meant to say Scott Baio instead of Scott Bailey.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Scott Baio. Do you think kids today know who Scott Baio is?
No, probably not.
I barely
How
know
old
who
is she
I mean, I
supposed
know
to
who
be
he was,
anyway?
but I didn't
She's
watch it.
referencing Joni Loves Chachi.
She said she was 16 in the 80s, so I don't know, 30 something. But to them, that's like ancient, I guess. Right?
It's true, yeah.
Let's see, Jenna Elfman, the angel. She's uncredited actually in this. Amber Benson from Buffy, as we mentioned, played Stoned Girl.
So he was hanging out with her a lot.
I don't know if
Offset.
she was like, if she went method for that role, maybe, but I don't know if she was partaking enough to be known as Stoned Girl, perhaps. Jenna Elfman, 1971. Hello. So Jenna Elfman in 1970. In this movie, she would have been 27. So I said 30, close to 30.
Yeah.
So when Scott Baio was huge, she was like a teenager. Tween teenager around there. Wasn't that early to mid 80s?
I do remember.
No, wasn't that early? Scott Baio was early mid 80s, right?
Yeah, well, Charles and Charles was like 90, 91.
Well, how long was that show even on? Anyway, now we're just looking up old shows. What is she saying?
She's good advice, though.
Well, she's the angel. I would like to think so. It's about breaking down stereotypes. Kind of like, oh, like she's a stripper, but look, she's got all this good wisdom. She's not just like a body and moving around on a stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking of, is that why you like this movie? Like
I guess
thematically,
so.
It's not just the stone people being like, oh, look at this gross stuff. I'll push this person and drink some stuff, and I can't feel my legs. You know, is that what the theme of this movie that resonates with you?
She thinks that he wants to talk to Barry Manilow because he wants to be with him.
Oh yeah. That would be an interesting movie on itself. I think they should end a different version with that. We all have our things. That's funny.
Well,
Bye,
she's not
Jenna
judgmental.
Elfman.
Well, that's nice.
No, it's true. It's not.
Yeah, no,
nice.
it's like this. Movie is just deeper than you would think it would be for a teen movie.
What about She's All That, which was a much bigger hit?
I don't like
not
that
deeper.
one as much. I was so excited about that movie. And
The message of that is
really,
the message of that is you must not have glasses and a ponytail to be hot.
yeah,
As not another teen movie showed us. Like, ugh, look at her. She's got glasses and a ponytail.
That line
We
still
should watch
makes me
that
laugh
again.
so much.
That
My
would be a
boy.
good. That would be a good episode, like an episode or a commentary for you and I, because that's a really funny movie. You seen the meme with Chris Evans looking at the picture of himself in Not Another Teen Movie, and it's America's Ass. It's an Endgame mashup with Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh, I think you did.
Where he's
I
like-
think I've seen it.
The picture of
Yeah.
himself, and it's like that.
And this guy, he was in a lot of movies.
Who's this guy?
Well, he's the metalhead.
What's his name? I have to look up these people because
And this
there's a lot
the
of
first- this is
faces
the
in this
first
movie that look
time-
familiar.
This is the first time I think I've really heard Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
So it's about
I saw them live.
like a year later or 2 years later, I got really into Guns N' Roses. I don't even know how it happened. But maybe this movie helped instill some of that in me.
maybe this was a very. Was this your number one for the top movies of 1998?
Was it my number one?
I don't think so.
We'd have to play it back. I don't remember.
I'm not gonna go look at that right now because we're recording this. But
You don't think that our audience wants to listen to two podcasts simultaneously?
yeah, I don't know about that. So we haven't seen Jason Segel with a watermelon yet.
No.
Jason Segel in his film debut apparently.
That was right. Was that during Freaks and Geeks?
Before I think.
Right before?
Freaks and Geeks was 99. This was like the
Oh.
first time he's ever been on a camera almost. Seems like, jeez. Or did
I mean,
we see
if
him?
I see him on
I don't
stage and he's
remember.
doing this at a party, I'd be like, wow, that is pretty badass. Takes a lot to get up the courage to go up on stage and sing, especially and like perform like that.
Right, or like this. You're like,
So he basically becomes the most popular person that night. What?
Captain America's.
I didn't even know he said that.
You're nursing your wine over there, lady. Oh, there he goes.
Wow.
Wow. It's a pretty good leap.
Was it weed or was it beer?
It was the beer, right?
Yeah, I thought it was just beer.